morning, traders. This is Rick Majors here at Opteck.com. Welcome to today's daily market briefing. Start of a new week, Monday, July 14th. Really something that, when I first sat down this morning and looked at the Forex calendar as well, I was thinking to myself, oh, this isn't going to turn out very well. But then you open up Tuesday, tomorrow, and you realize that this is kind of what looks to be a slow day today is part of a larger scheme playing into Tuesday as well. Now, again, you look at just what's going on here on Monday. You can see that on the overall, there's really nothing happening. The euro is having a bank holiday in France, so we're going to see a generous lack of volatility happening on the euro currency. And then there's two things happening. One here at 10 a.m. and one at 6 p.m. Industrial production and the ECB President Draghi is going to be speaking. But Tuesday coming in, we have this whole slew of things happening. Right, starting off from the early morning, where we have monetary policy meeting minutes from the Australian dollar monetary policy statement from the Japanese yen. Then the Bank of Japan press conference, and I'm telling you guys, when you see a Bank of Japan or an ECB or Fed press conference, these are just as important as any speech coming from the head of a bank anywhere in the world. As much as Yellen giving a speech or Draghi giving a speech, these press conferences are just as important. They're very, very impactful on the currency market. Especially, if you're seeing a BOJ press conference, you will really see volatility because these things cause people to react. These are usually dealing with monetary policy, and they always spur investors towards deciding whether to invest or divest in a currency or to move markets entirely. So, after the BOJ press conference, then we have coming up GBP CPI at 9:30 a.m. Then German ZEW economic sentiment. Then Bank of England's Governor Carney will be speaking. Then core retail sales on the U.S. dollar, and after that, Fed Chair Yellen is going to be testifying. And that's basically how they're ending the day there. And with the New Zealand dollar actually at 11:45 our time, that is here in London. 11:45 is the New Zealand dollar CPI. There's going to be a massive amount of participation in the market tomorrow, and this is really what I want to tell you all about today. Don't even worry about what's going to happen on Monday. Monday is going to be Monday as usual trading. European market's going to be slower than usual, so you might want to wait around a little bit for the American market to kick in. But on the overall, what we're seeing right now is that Tuesday is going to be a major day, and then you follow it down to Wednesday, you see exactly the same thing again. Another testimony, BOC rate statements, monetary policy reports, manufacturing. So we're going to have a real bunch of different things happening here throughout this week that's going to cause it to be a very, very heavy week. All right, even Thursday right now is the smallest day of this week. That means Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be major days. And then pulling into Friday, we even have a couple more high impacts. As you can see, coming on Monday, we have a bank holiday in Japan next week as well, and the week following is actually a little bit less volatile, but still pretty good. So what we're really looking for here is a continuation, as we are in the middle of the month right now, into something really, really constructive. We're seeing now the U.S. dollar is taking actually a turn, not for the worse, but what you could say a contraction from its previous gains. Against things like the Canadian dollar, against things like the euro. We're seeing the Japanese market still doing pretty well, all things considered. The gold market is starting again to retract further from its all-time highs from this month and last month, as I believe. What we can also see is that there is a lot of interest in stocks, a lot of investment going into stocks, and this usually, from also what reports are saying, is that a lot of other analysts are coming to the same conclusion that the market is a bit overpriced. Now, this is something that happens a lot, but the problem is that this overpricing is something that is kind of in a pattern. And you'll see the market, after things like a crash, will slowly but surely recuperate and then begin to gain momentum as investing increases, as does consumer sentiment and confidence. And what ends up happening after that is it reaches kind of a high, where the bubble begins to get closer to popping. It can either have a controlled decline or it can have a spiraling decline in the case which you see a market crash. But that controlled decline will slowly but surely see a lot of people start to taper off their investments. Things will kind of die down, and there will be a managed round of investment and divestment, which will allow everything kind of to settle down into a place where it would be more reasonable for continued investing resumes. Now, what we're really looking for to happen here is that you're going to see in the next couple of days, probably throughout the entire week, stocks really starting to continue going up. So again, stocks are something really worth trading because you will see participation. By the end of the month, we shouldn't be seeing so much volatility on stocks anymore. Again, it's also after the World Cup. A lot of people who were less active then are going to start being more active now. So keep your eyes open on the stock market as well as on the currency market. The commodity market is a little bit less interesting right now, but gold is still moving. It's always a volatile asset, so you always have something to trade on there. Anyway, guys, that's all I had for today's daily market briefing. Thanks so much for coming in and listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom of the page if you'd like to stick around and stay tuned with us Monday through Thursday here 9 a.m. GMT here at Opteck.com. This is Rick Majors saying to you, have a happy trading day.